the man behind the hustle and grind. This is pride, courage, determination, and perseverance. Welcome to No Looks Given. All right, guys, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and open this up because we don't really have a topic today.
We don't.
No, do you have a topic you'd like to discuss? What do you think? I don't want to talk about what's going on.
No, God, no.
That's the only thing my rule is.
I want to talk about how, because, I've had some issues with staffing and,
Amen.
Brother, it doesn't seem like you do, but he seems to be a very thoughtful leader, and I'm curious to know more about how he approaches building his team.
Oh, that's a great topic.
I love that.
Well, we're just going to open it up just like that. Welcome to No Looks Given podcast.
Oh, you already recording?
A special guest, Tanya Holland, with this, and we got Chef Brother Luck, of course. We call him Brother Luck on a podcast, but welcome, man. I appreciate you guys joining here. We have a wonderful dinner tonight. Let's talk about the dinner first. Let's start there.
Yeah, well, we both have Southern roots, so Brother's invited me to come be a guest chef along with Chef Bo Green and cook a Southern-inspired tasting menu.
I'm excited.
Man, those grits, they're still sitting on my palate. It's just like buttery and creamy, and I'm getting that corn
As
pop.
grits should
All
be.
Oh, my
Amen.
goodness. And the trick, I think, with grits is you got to soak them overnight. Too many people don't soak their grits.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Tip.
that's the heirloom grits. So we've got some really nice heirloom grits, not the quick stuff.
Yeah,
but-
this is no my cousin Vinny. I'm on trial, and I'm about to catch you up because you cooked them instantly. These are real grits.
Man, people are passionate about their grits.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a big debate, like salt or sugar or something.
I saw that the other day on social media. I'm like,
What do you
you
got?
need to calm down. It's salt, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
salt.
Grits are
100%.
savory. Get the sugar out of here.
You know,
All right.
That's
Ooh.
for creamer wheat.
I used to plan out when I lived in San Antonio. I used to plan out my drive to New Orleans. So I would leave at like right around 3:00 in the morning. That way I could hit Beaumont, Texas on my way because I have family that live out there. And my auntie would always make me pork chops, eggs, and grits. So it was like the perfect breakfast stop.
Yep.
I got to see the family, and then I would drive the rest of the way down to New Orleans and see the other part of the family. So it was like, man, just memories.
You were living. Don't you love those meals with not a single vegetable in
No.
sight? It's like, how do people live?
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Well,
no, we got to have a great dinner tonight. We got a sold-out dinner. We're going to have so much fun. 6 courses, 3 chefs, some great stories. We're going to be taking people on the memories of our past and how we're connecting them to the dishes of today. And, yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun night. We always have fun at these dinners, though. We do it right.
I always have a blast.
How many have you done now?
I don't know. I think we're like, of
God.
Top Chef dinners,
Okay.
probably like 8, 10, somewhere around there.
Wow.
I mean, but we do all kinds
So
of crazy
everybody
dinners.
who was on Top Chef, like
I'm getting them.
I don't
I'm
know.
getting them.
I would have to run down the list to know how many Top Chef we've had because I think it's I know it's probably close to 10.
Wow.
But
That's
dinners
amazing.
themselves,
Crazy.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We've probably had like 30 to 50 that I've been a part of.
Well, me and
Amazing.
Steve have done over 100 dinners together in our career. I mean, we go crazy. I mean,
That's great.
you
It's a
talk about
good
the
time.
Beetlejuice dinner. You talk about the Nightmare Before Christmas dinner.
Right.
We just did the
Harry Potter
the
I'm
Harry
putting
Potter
together.
was wild.
That looks so cool on film. I can't
Yeah.
wait to show you guys that one.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
I can't wait because that was a cool dinner.
That one was that one was the best themed dinner put together with decorations.
Yeah.
Like, the interview
Wow.
room was very unique. I'm not a Harry Potter person, so I couldn't even
Hey, I
tell you
haven't
all
read
this
it.
I
stuff.
hope
know
we don't
anything
get
about
sued.
I think she got enough money. I
yeah,
think
she
she all
ain't-
right.
she ain't
Leave
worried
my
about it.
broke ass alone.
Right.
Good stuff.
So what's your marketing plan for the dinners? What's your best source for marketing now? Just your regular
Yeah,
customers?
when we get them out, I utilize my social media tremendously. I'm very active on it, but I really feel like when it comes to social media, it's about connecting the people to the story. They want to be. You need to make them excited and understand why they need to be here and why this is so special and why it's a rarity. And I think that's one of the first tricks that I put out there is, I create the excitement, the buzz.
Yeah.
And then I start to tap the media and get them excited. And I get them so worked up about it. Now they want to push it.
So
they
you do
want,
reach out to the media too. That's
yeah,
helpful.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then we get to the local businesses.
Yeah.
I hit so many different events and so many different businesses. I'm constantly pushing dinners. So whatever I'm working on at that time, like I'm making sure that we're locking down stuff. Like I was cooking at Carrie's restaurant in Denver, and I was getting reservations for your dinner tonight.
Nice.
You know, and that was
you got people
my place.
driving down from Denver?
Absolutely, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's
So it's pretty
great.
cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's your experience with, do you host these dinners often? Or?
No, but I'm looking to start them,
Yeah.
mostly with winemakers to begin with.
Yeah, that's where it's
We
at.
have a lot of access being, just an hour or so from wine country.
Yeah.
And yeah, just trying to get a game plan together for this. We have the space and,
Yeah.
it's a great opportunity for my staff also to grow. And I like the chef collab aspect of it as well.
Yeah.
That way we all, get a chance to grow, and it's not so much pressure put on my kitchen since they are already, in it.
Yeah, and you see how many volunteers we have. I mean, we've got
Yeah.
high school students back there.
That part
We've got
is
soldiers.
incredible.
We've got
Yeah.
soldiers from Fort Carson back
That's
there.
incredible.
We've got chefs that are assisting the guest chef. Like, there's so many different types of people back there, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
That's a story in its own.
It just makes great energy in the kitchen too. Everyone is they're collaborating, everybody's, just
Learning, vibing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's excellent.
And then with the community too, like the community gets to be a part of that. Like you guys are top chefs. Like when we have the top chef dinners, like the energy is just different.
Yeah.
Like from any other dinner, and it's consistent. So like, these dinners are special to people. It's an experience.
Yeah, even Joe Flam said that. He was like, I've never been to a dinner like that because
Really?
the vibe
Awesome.
and the energy that we have in these crowds is second to none. I mean, these people get hyped up. It's pretty cool.
That's great. It's exciting because this is not a usual thing. This is it is a special occasion.
Yeah, that was always my big thing is I travel around, you travel around, we get to cook these amazing dinners, we get to work with these great chefs, and I'm thinking, I want to bring this to my community. Like, I want to share these people and this cuisine and this technique and these knowledge. Like I told Nora earlier, I was like, you're helping her with the dish today. Did you ask her about her spice blend? Like, you need to be asking these questions. Joe Flam's here. Did you get his pasta recipe?
That's so interesting. I was talking to my HR director today, which I was on the phone a bit about my kitchen manager who doesn't manage up. Right? That part. Like,
that's
it's a
huge.
two-way street.
It's
you
so
gotta
huge.
ask me for what
Yes.
you need, for what you want. You just can't expect me to just
I'm the
hand
owner.
you everything. Right. My head is full.
Yeah.
You show up the same time every day, leave the same time every day, and you get a check.
I love that tie-in because, we were talking about this earlier. How do you deal with employee turnover and training people? And I think that's one of the biggest things that I sit on is I don't think we have a labor shortage in our industry. I think we've been so abusive to people in our industry. This is why they don't want to work in our industry anymore. So we have to change our supervisors and our managers' mentality and culture and their thought process to create great work environments. And that's what's going to attract great people.
How do you do that?
But I also think that this workforce, and part of it is the fault of shows like Top Chef,
Yeah.
have unreasonable expectations of their journey in kitchens, and they think it's just going to happen overnight. I'm like, this is decades of work.
Amen.
Yeah.
What I get to do now.
Talk about that. I want to hear about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, okay, so I didn't go to cooking school until I was 26. Nora was like, oh, yeah, I'm like, how old are you? 26. Like, you are way ahead of the game. You are good.
Yeah.
But you
That's
have to pay your
perspective.
dues,
Yeah.
and learn about those who came before you and what they did. I mean, that is the essential, that's so essential, to your growth in this industry. You should know who is a top chef in every city,
Wow.
what their story is,
Yeah.
because everybody's got a different story.
Yep.
Everybody got to the path differently, and you can take, little bits and pieces from that. But yeah, I want this workforce, especially the young kids or career changers coming in, to understand that it is a process to become a chef owner,
Yeah.
to become a top chef.
They don't know.
Right, to become, the opportunity to be nominated for a James Beard Award. That took a lot of sacrifice,
Oh my
a
God.
lot of hard work.
Yeah.
I think, both brother and I, Chef Michael asked if I had kids. It's like, no, we don't have kids. Like, we got this, so
This
you
is your
you make
kid.
a
Wow.
decision, you pivot in your life, and, you alter you adjust your lifestyle. And, he's lucky he's got a partner who's
Yeah.
supportive of him.
Shout
For
out
me, it
Tina.
has not been, it wasn't possible. My former partner just couldn't get with it.
Right,
The
right.
hours, my drive, my ambition,
right.
my focus.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes also to be successful. I know
Mm-hmm.
you know that.
Yeah, no. And when I tell people too, like when I tell them I've been in the kitchens 23 years, that blows people's minds, because they look at me and they're like,
You look
"Did you
young."
start when you were 2?"
Yeah.
But I've been in kitchens for 23 years.
Yeah.
And I just barely got a James Beard nomination. I just barely got on a show like Top Chef. I'm just now starting to get some
Right.
attention, but like
Right.
it took 23 years of my head down,
Yeah.
chopping and traveling and
Taking
cooking
notes,
and
taking notes.
I
writing
tell these.
stuff down.
I'm in my. You saw me all day today. I'm literally like writing every recipe I'm doing down just because I'm going to go back and look at it. Like it doesn't stop. The education doesn't stop.
Absolutely.
What keeps you going?
Not being broke or going back to the hood.
Not being broke. Yep. That's pretty key.
I ain't going back.
And we just, I think success, people have different measures of success, and it takes.
That's so true.
And so, when you're driven and focused, we just want to be the best that we can be in our industry. And, I want to be known as a leader in this industry. Now, so for me, because of the way my career developed, I sort of didn't really have time to focus on being an artist as much. And I actually went into business to become a restaurateur more so than a chef. So I really want to be that restaurateur, that hospitality expert. I want people to come to my restaurant and feel that they're so taken care of, that, all their wants and are met and anticipated.
Yeah.
And I admire brother who's also an artist and, working on his craft in addition to being a business owner. It's a lot of work.
It's
a lot of
nonstop.
work.
It's a lot to balance, for sure.
Well, and I'm just now learning the lessons of how to say no to stuff.
That part. That's
Like-
so
Ooh,
important.
that part.
That's so important.
Because we get hit up for so
Right.
much stuff, and
Oh,
you're
my
like, "Oh,
goodness.
that's cool. That's
Yeah,
a great
hey,
trip."
Can you donate? And can you go? And
Yeah.
can you do
Hey,
it?
we want you to go to Europe, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "That sounds amazing." And then I'm like, "I can't leave for 10 days.
Right.
There's no way."
Yeah.
But then I go anyway.
Yeah. And the restaurant, as long as it doesn't burn down,
Yeah, I got insurance.
you can recover. That's what I used to always say. Like, I got insurance. I was like, people are like, aren't you worried about? Nope.
Nah, that'll be fine.
That's what
It'll be fine.
liability insurance is for.
I had a restaurateur here in town tell me that. He was like, you take the time off and then come back. He's like, the problems are still going to be there.
That's
It's
right.
just going to take a little bit longer to dig out.
That's
but
right.
It's you're fine. Go
And
enjoy it.
It gives your staff an opportunity to grow too, to step up, see how much they can step up when you're
Man,
not around.
that's such a topic we've been talking about.
Yeah, get out of the way of great people. Like let them be great.
Yeah.
And we are such control freaks as chefs.
Yeah.
We don't get out the way of the talent that we have, but we got to mold them. We got to give them measurable expectations.
Right.
We got to have solid accountability, and we got to be able to delegate. Give them something. Give them a task that, hey, in 7 days I'm coming back to check this, and then follow up on it in 7 days. Like that's a measurable expectation.
Absolutely.
We talked about that a lot, and that's something that I'm trying to learn for my damn self is allowing somebody to fail, and obviously it's on your name, you are the owner, you are the brand.
Well, that's the hard part.
So that's tough. But tell us about like your progress, like where you're at with your restaurant.
So, my restaurant, I first opened 12 years ago, ran it in a location for 10 and a half years in a small, like 1,600 square feet in West Oakland, the hood, really marginal neighborhood. Was the only landlord who would rent to me at that time. Again,
Really?
after 20 plus years in the industry.
That's so crazy.
Couldn't really find any investors, no one would lend, there. And I didn't have the means to finance it myself. So I got a couple investors, and it became the little restaurant that could. Had 6 burners, 2 ovens, 3 waffle makers. Started with 1 waffle maker. Didn't realize everybody was going to want chicken and waffles. Ooh.
Legend
And
on it.
the bane of my
Sounds so
existence.
good. Ooh, that sounds so
So, but I was unique in creating a waffle that was light and airy, yeast risen, and buttermilk fried chicken, using organic and local and sustainable products as much as possible. Really a cleaner version of soul food, so people really gravitated towards that, and everything made from scratch in house, all the baked goods, everything.
Man,
So
that sounds
then,
so good.
I had an opportunity to expand into San Francisco last year. Well, I got the opportunity a couple of years ago, and I was going to do a counter service, and we ended up closing that this year. It just didn't allow me to provide the level of hospitality that I really wanted to provide.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I moved my old location to a bigger spot, 4,000 square feet in a more viable part of town. And so opening two places at once wasn't really a good idea as well. But the new spot I'm in love with. It's 85 seats, full bar. So it's more of the
Perfect
formula, yes, that you need to be successful in the restaurant business. Because I had 50 before, beer and wine, and you can't get ahead, with those kind of margins.
Yeah.
And then the cost of doing business in the Bay Area, lots of challenges like that as well.
Sure.
Because there's housing struggles for your staff and transportation struggles. So on top of, trying the difficulty in finding quality staff, then you've got that on top of it.
Right. How do you deal with that? Like, obviously, as business owners, you both deal with those things, and we're talking about staffing issues and how to maintain. How do you deal with all of those dynamics of somebody else is dealing with?
I think as a business owner, we have the opportunity to change culture.
Absolutely.
And we can think outside the box versus working for a big corporation. A huge corporation is very structured. As an independent owner, you can say, you know what? I've actually got a great babysitter that I'd be willing to pay 50% of to help you out. Or, hey, I know you're going through some mental health struggles. Let me cover the next month of your sessions, and I'll pay the $100 per session for you. Like, there's ways to do it, and we can incorporate that into our business module somehow. Whether it's, our education line on our budget, instead of training the whole staff on just tips, being certified for the bar, maybe we use that month to do something different.
That's interesting. What about you,
Yeah,
Tanya?
no, I think that's great. And, a lot of us Bay Area chefs are looking into more of that, creating just resources in our companies for our employees, mental health being a big one.
Yeah.
And also work-life balance, encouraging them to have that. I think that's something that's really shifting in our industry in general. It used to be the place where all the pirates and the bad boys and bad girls came, and all the acting out was acceptable. But, we have to, that's not sustainable, so.
Yeah, it's an endless cycle.
Yeah, as brother said, we do have a great opportunity to change, culture and how people look at our business. And I've worked with some other, organizations such as, Colors of Change, talking about how to professionalize our industry, because we haven't had all the professionalization that other industries have, And
Yeah, we have to learn. And this is something I get really frustrated with when I look at other scenarios and I talk with other restaurateurs. Is we're all talking about the same issues, the same problems, but we're not coming together as a coalition to purchase, to have better buying power, to we should have each city should have a traveling therapist that sets up at a restaurant in a space just like what we're sitting in right now, and can hold sessions for the cooks in the area.
That's a great idea.
There's so many ways, but if we do this as a group, as a local business owner type coalition, that's how we're going to get more success in this, because we're all trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But we're trying to do it on our own.
Yeah. That's
and we're all buried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Success in numbers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's a great way. Just pooling our resources.
Love it. What about inspiration? You guys, I know I got to find some inspiration somewhere. Where do you guys keep finding inspiration from?
I really find it from my colleagues. When I have some downtime, I'll visit my colleagues at their restaurants, doing events like this with Chef Brother Luck and, other colleagues who invite me, and then special events that we do, whether it's with No Kid Hungry or James Beard Foundation Boot Camp or, anything like that. It's an opportunity, sometimes our only opportunity for weeks and months to actually interact with peers.
Yeah.
Because we're independent operators running our own business, and we don't really get to work with our peers. You know?
Right.
And that can get, it's true, it's lonely at the top.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you need the travels to get the inspiration. Like for me, when I go cook in a different city or I go cook in a different country, I'm getting so much just good inspiration.
Good energy.
And I come back and I'm on fire, because all I want to do is share that with my
Right,
people. So, for me, I get the joy out of helping someone else become successful.
Yeah.
But I need those travels to actually see something to be like, oh, that's how they did it. Like, I love going to Vegas. Vegas is one of the greatest for
I've
restaurants.
never been.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
No way.
I still haven't
I know
been.
what our next trip is.
I was gonna go last year. And I was like, I'm gonna go this year.
The
No,
restaurants
I gotta
are
go
beautiful.
This year.
I mean,
know. Next time
they
you guys
put
go, let me
so
know.
much money into these restaurants.
Just
They are
insane.
insane, and you could spend a day just like jumping from bar to bar, not even gambling, and getting inspiration because they're just gorgeous, and the service is phenomenal.
Impeccable. Yeah, I gotta
It's
get
crazy.
there.
I mean, Vegas is just a whole nother world. Like it's on its own level. I think any cook that works in Vegas, shout out to you because you are a
they're
beast,
hustlers,
and they're doing
man.
like 2,000 covers a night
All the time.
and it is that. How do you handle that kind
Vegas
of
is so
volume
much fun. I can't
at that
go
level?
again.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. I know I get enough trouble without going to Vegas. So
No,
Yeah.
I
well,
don't know.
we're
kidding.
gonna have to be in Vegas because the Raiders are going to Vegas.
Well, yeah, and actually, you reminded me. I got to call.
Are you guys
somebody
Raider fans
involved
together?
with the team.
Oh, yeah.
Together. Well, I've been representing them at Taste of NFL fundraiser.
Oh, that's cool.
The day before the game for 4 years.
See,
And-
look, Oakland Raiders game. We're going to Vegas.
There it is.
Well, that's where we're going. That's
Man,
right.
I've been since I was a little kid, diehard Raider fan. So it's I'm the black sheep of the family, but I'm black and silver.
That's all right. Did I tell you that my friend's brother's the GM? I did, right?
No, you
And
didn't
we
say
were,
that.
yeah, Mike Mayock. And we were, well, she told me this summer. She goes, did I tell you that my brother's the new GM of the Raiders? I was like, no. So I was down
awesome.
on the field
Oh.
at the second to last game.
See?
So I'm gonna make sure when we go to Vegas,
When we go to
we're gonna
Vegas,
be-
we got the
hookup. We got
I'll
it.
film it.
Yo,
Okay. Yeah, let's
I'm
do
telling
it.
you, like I want to go to a pool party
Yep.
and like hang out with the DJ and have a great pool party, and then we go to the game in our pool shorts with a jersey on.
Sounds like a plan.
That's my idea of
Sounds
going
like
to
a
a football
plan.
game from now on. Now that Oakland is moving to Vegas,
And it is so close. So we
Yeah,
were just talking about Cali's like 2-hour flight.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
what's the
easy.
flight to Vegas? 2 hours?
not
hour.
even
Not even?
hour,
Really?
hour and 15 minutes. It's
Yeah.
We
quick.
totally got to meet
Yeah.
there. All right.
Yeah, Tina and I we go 2-3 times a year. Like we love Vegas. That's our
Awesome.
we want to buy our next property in Vegas just to have like a vacation spot.
Nice. That sounds great.
Vegas
All
is
right.
nuts.
I trust you.
Went too much.
Yeah.
Went 4 times in 1 year.
Oh,
Yeah. It was a good
It's
time.
dangerous,
though.
man.
Yeah, it was fun.
There's some traps.
I'm not allowed back no more.
You got to rebuild that checkbook back.
Yeah. I found some inspiration and lost some too. Cool, man. Well, like I said, I appreciate the hell that y'all coming and joining the podcast. I always try to give our people something to take away, something that will inspire them. Before we wrap up, you guys got some ideas before we hit you with that? What's on your mind tonight?
for inspiration?
Yep.
I don't know. What do you got?
Oh man, I just posted something. You have the ability to change somebody's life right now, so go do it.
That's a good one.
Like
Hit us
that's
hard.
simple. It's that simple. That's where you're finding joy. That's where you're finding
You
happiness.
gotta close your eyes and take that in
Yeah,
one more time.
because
Hit them
you-
with it one more time.
Yeah.
You had that on point.
if there's somebody that you can help right now, so go do it. Like it's that simple. And
Damn.
at the end of the day, that's what we need to be focused on more, because we talked a little bit about success and what that means, but it's constantly evolving. And as success evolves, you have to change what your idea of that is and then restructure and rewrite your goals, because you're trying to accomplish something different.
Wow.
You've reached this pinnacle.
Yeah.
So now you got to rewrite it, because for me, it's no longer about me. I've reached the things that I wanted to do for myself.
Right.
Now my goals are about other people. I want to
Yeah.
see my sous chef Nora become amazing. I want to see this young 17-year-old cook who's back there from high school
Right.
get a shot out on my Instagram
Right,
and
right,
and
right.
and watch him climb the ranks. Like
Right,
that's
right.
what it's about now.
That's beautiful. Hot damn.
I agree. That is, it's so satisfying and gratifying to grow and develop people. They have to be willing to grow. Like we're talking about. They've got to be coachable.
Yeah.
And understand that the management, it goes both ways. And I always say more gratitude, not attitude. I just think if people
one,
were
too.
a little bit more grateful and gracious, and I always say a little humility goes a long way. I just think those are important parts of life.
That's powerful. What you got, brother? I feel you saying something.
Tanya asked earlier, she said, I want to kind of hear a little bit more about how like you get your staff, and it just kind of made me think about that. When I was talking with Marcus Samuelson when I was younger, Marcus Marcus taught me, I had to be like maybe 19 years old. Marcus taught me that, restaurants mean to restore, and it's about restoring your community. And as a business owner, I've actually understood that so much more now, 20 years later. And when I look at my community, I look at who's in my community, right? We have tons of military. We have tons of hospitals. We have tons of church organizations. We have a huge cybersecurity, base here.
Yeah.
So for me, where I source a lot of our staff is actually from the organizations we work with. So, I'll work with an organization like Dream Centers that is helping, women coming out of domestic violence situations and getting them back on their feet with their kids and giving them the education and getting them a living situation and getting them back into the work field with, proper tools. We start to employ those women because we work with that program.
Right.
Or we're working with CASA, or we're working with Griffith Center for Kids, where, these are at-risk youth coming from damaged homes, or they're coming from, incarcerations. And we're actually inspiring them in their programs at school and then getting them jobs. I got 2 of the kids working for me in 2 of our restaurants.
Yeah.
So I really started to actually realize, like, we've got soldiers that work for us. They come in, they do programs, they do 30-day OJTs or on-the-job trainings to better appreciate their roles as cooks in the military.
Yeah.
But it's because we're surrounded by military. So I think when you asked me that earlier, that's kind of what I was thinking about is we don't source from culinary schools anymore that often. We go after the programs that we're involved in when it comes to our charities.
That's a great idea.
Because those are the people that need jobs, right? If you're working with a rescue mission,
right?
That's a ton of people that want to work. So go volunteer at the rescue mission. You're going to find tons of help, and you're going to hear some great stories that are going to humble you. And that's like one of my favorite things is, make that time.
Yeah.
Because you're going to walk away with some great stories, but at the end of the day, these people are going to end up working for you, and you're going to change their lives.
Yeah.
So
that's a wonderful way to end.
Yeah, that's a wonderful way to end. God damn. All right, y'all.
You better stop saying that. She's gonna hear this.
Oh.
And she's gonna come for you. She's like, you better use a different term.
Tell Tina I'm so sorry. I got a catchphrase. It's literally my slogan. I say, "Good morning, you motherfuckers."
Nice.
And I'm terrible, man, but I appreciate the hell out you guys.
Do you know, I used to cook on the line with these 2 guys, and one of them used to call me motherfuckette. He's like, "What's up, motherfuckette?"
Motherfuckette. All right. I'm going to keep that one. All right. I'm going to use that in my vlog.
Yo, and I'm doing a takeover today for this tequila company.
Yeah, let's do it.
Agua Miel is phenomenal. This is a new tequila that's hitting the market.
Honey water. I like that.
Yeah, honey water, and it is a perfect name. I'm so impressed with what they're doing. They sent me a couple bottles. I tasted it. I actually sent Joe Flam home with a bottle because that's when it showed up. And they sent me some more, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna share it tonight. We're gonna walk around the crowd. We're gonna let them taste it. We're gonna do Instagram stories. It's really smooth.
Yeah,
it's dangerous.
It is.
It's really dangerous.
I tasted last time. It was so damn good. I don't even drink tequila.
Yeah,
and I loved it.
I love tequila, and
so
I know tequila, and this is good.
Yeah, I think in the spirit of the Agua Miel, let's get lucked up.
There we go.
Salute.
Thank you, Tanya.
Cute little play on
Appreciate
words.
you, brother.
I try to be quick about it. Oh, that's good.
Good stuff. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a solid night tonight.
Top chef dinner.
Top chef dinner. You know
6
what?
courses.
I just want to say,
wine to pair.
Everybody that's rocking with us, listening to us, I'm just blown away. Because when we started this, I told Dana, I was like, "You think people are really gonna listen to this?"
Look, man, it's even unreleased. We've got 5. This is the 5th one we've recorded.
Okay.
Chef's so busy, so I try to rack up. So if we get on a routine. But we are so excited about this No Looks Given podcast.
But you haven't released it yet.
Not yet.
Oh, damn.
We're ahead of the curve.
You might be the first on that network I'm talking about. Did he tell you about the podcast network guy? Those are the producers who sent me the podcast stuff.
Yeah.
They're starting a podcast network.
Like a whole network.
I love it.
I didn't catch that.
They would love to know about you guys. It's like the more the merrier.
Because we need to be talking about real stuff. It's not just chef stuff.
No,
like this is like real stuff.
You don't talk about food. We're people.
Yeah.
Full
Our first 4 episodes were not
folks.
about none of that.
Yeah.
I think this is the most that people have gotten out of you about like being a top chef or even business owner.
Yeah.
It's a different perspective.
Because we're human beings first and foremost.
That's how we wanted to keep it.
I still got to do my dishes and walk my dog.
Exactly.
And I'm
and your laundry.
Right. And I'm a regular motherfucker. All right, y'all. Well, we're about to get to this dinner. If y'all listening, thank you so much. Give us rate 5 stars on iTunes, the whole 9. Thank you, Brother Luck. Thank you, Tanya, so much. We
pleasure.
really appreciate it. And we're looking forward to that network connection because we would love to grow with our No Looks Given podcast. Thank you, guys. Peace and love. Go ahead, brother.
And make sure to follow all of us at Chef Brother Luck on all platforms.
What's your
at
platform?
Ms. MS Tanya Holland, TanyaHolland. Have that
It's the
tequila. I
tequila.
can't spell my own name.
Hey, that's beautiful. And I'm Dana Keith. Peace. The man behind the hustle and grind. This is pride, courage, determination, and perseverance. Welcome to No Looks Given.